Alright y'all, now we was already aware of 2K22 bringing back the mod court for 2K22 next gen. However, we weren't already aware of the penthouse coming as well, because they bring the penthouse apparently, or at least I didn't know about that already. And this was made apparent to me by an article from Game Informer, and in Game Informer they actually got this information from an executive producer that works for 2K, so this is very interesting news that we got so far. So anyway, in the article they read, what we're doing this year is we really tore down the wall between the city and my career, and they're one. Bornshoff explains. Your My Career takes place in the city, and you'll be using the new question engine as we made a part of the My Career experience, as we already knew, of course. And they also say that your house is going to start off really simple, and as you kind of play along your career, your house becomes bigger and bigger until you get to the penthouse in the sky. But the whole point is, you're living in the city with tons of other people who are playing their careers as well. You're just interacting with these people, pushing along their objectives. Now, from the part I read about the sky thing, this kind of sounds like NBA 2K16, I believe it was back in the day, where we played in that park in the sky or whatever, because 2K loves putting stuff in the sky for whatever reason. But it sounds similar to that. And to summarize all of what I just read, it kind of sounds like Mortal Kombat Deception with the whole conquest mode, because back in the day on Mortal Kombat Deception, you had a conquest mode where you would just run around and it was kind of like an RPG type setting. And if not that, then something kind of like GTA Online, because on GTA Online, you can see other people in the city running around and, going to their little penthouse, their little houses and stuff like that, etc., etc. So it sounds kind of like that. And people were saying on Twitter that's already seen this, they're saying stuff like, well, it's cool that NBA 2K is focusing on everything except basketball, or all this sounds cool, but it's going to make it even worse to get part games, or even harder to get part games. But people is not realizing that that's what the whole matchmaking building is for, because 2K22 did say earlier in their little article that they're going to have a matchmaking building exclusive to matchmaking and all that stuff. So because matchmaking should be a thing, then these little quests shouldn't be a problem, because what it sounded like so far is these little quest things is supposed to be for like people that want to play, in the city for like quests and stuff, and the people that want to actually play basketball, it's going to go to the little buildings for matchmaking. So that shouldn't be a problem for me. And I'm guessing that people should be still getting games like that in the park as well, but in case it's it's hard to get a game and all that stuff, and that's what the little buildings is for, like I said. So interesting news so far. When asked if we would get an authored cinematic story like the past, Bornshoff, I keep saying his name wrong, Bornshoff had this to say: the story of my career is the narrative of you, the my player you create, and your journey from wherever you start to ultimately how you end up. That's different for many people. That's an NBA champion, or that's making it to the NBA, or that's making it to the Hall of Fame. There's so many ways you can choose, but without giving too much away, because I do want to talk about a lot of this later, that tearing down the wall of my career in the city is you will have these interactions, these cinematics, and if you want to call it that, in real time in the city. As you were going on about your story, you're going to visit your agent's house, you're going to go to the Nike facility to have your negotiations in the environment there, and you're also going to be moving about the city alongside many other players. Alright, then that's it for all of that information. Now moving on down this little article, they also said this: when asked if he would get an authored cinematic story of the past, Bornshoff had this to say: the story of my career is the narrative of you, the my player you create, and your journey from wherever you start to ultimately how you end up. That's different for many people. There's an NBA champion, or there's making it to the NBA, or there's making it to the Hall of Fame. There's so many ways you can choose, but without giving too much away, because I do want to talk about this later, that tearing down the wall of my career in the city is you will have these interactions, these cinematics, and if you want to call it that, as you are going about your story, you're going to visit your agent's house, you're going to go to the Nike facility to have your negotiations in the environments, and you're also going to be moving about the city alongside other my players and my career players and all that stuff. So like I said before, this sounds like a little RPG thing they got going on, and it sounds real interesting, so I cannot wait to see how this goes on in the game itself. And like I said, if y'all worried about not being able to play games, that's what the My Player Buildings is for instant matchmaking, so there's nothing to worry about there in my opinion. The only thing that I'm worried about from reading all this is just taking a toll on 2K servers, because as we all know, 2K servers is trash, so they need to buy new servers. So hopefully they release information in the future about buying new servers as well. We learned that in August, hopefully, because if not, I don't know if the servers is going to be able to handle this, because people is on Twitter right now already making jokes about the servers not being able to handle this. So if the servers can handle this, then I think it's a W. Otherwise, it's a L. So we're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got for y'all today. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below. Do y'all think this is a L, a lowercase W, or uppercase W, or uppercase L? Because me personally, I think it's a lowercase W. I can't say it's an uppercase W until we see it in practice. So y'all let me know that. But anyway, you guys, that's going to do it for the video for today. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, so stay tuned. Also, like I said at the beginning of the video, subscribe down below if you're brand new, and also like the video and all that good stuff. So with that being said, you guys, it's been your boy Evan Andre, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.